Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Alright, today we got a pretty decent video. Do an overview of this truck that I just bought from auction. So we finally made it to a trash truck. For those who didn't see it on the last video, I posted some details about the auction. And yeah, let me show you the truck now. So this is a 2014 International with a 20-yard Loadstar bed on it, or Loadmaster, sorry. Max Force 7 or Max Force DT. It's a A300. We have 90-something thousand miles on it. Let's see here. $13,192 hours. 2,000 on the PTO. Engine PTO. 750 on the engine PTO. I'm getting 5.5 miles to the gallon, even though I don't know what that just said, but anyways, 95,000 miles. So I got it with some codes on it. It's got 2 codes. I haven't quite looked them up. I think one is mass airflow sensor. I have checked the mass airflow sensor, but I don't know what's going on just yet. I'm 1 week into this now. We've got an Allison 2000. Rayview rear camera. So most of the interior's not bad. Seat's pretty well tore up. It's got some wear from the hills of somebody. 70-gallon fuel tank. 36,000 pound GVWR with a tag axle. So this was a city truck, and the odd part is I can't figure out what they did here, but the truck's a 14. The bed, let me get up in here. The Loadmaster bed is a 2021. So kind of odd. And then if you look at the Loadmaster sticker, let's see if I can find it. So this one says 2000, manufactured by Loadstar. Date of manufacture 2017. So I don't know if it just took them a while. So this is 2024. So I don't know if it just took them a while to assemble it or what the hell, or they put another bed on it after a while, but from my understanding, the city used it for 3 years. Let me climb my happy ass up in here. So we came through here. Oh man, that's hard to get in with one hand. We came in here, cleaned everything up, inspected everything. So we've got a 4-stage hydraulic cylinder in here. We've got our hydraulic tank. What I would assume is the filter, I guess. I guess that's, I don't know, there's a pressure. I'll have to check that out, but yeah, I'm gonna assume that this is the filter. And then our valves to operate the back tailgate and this blade here in and out. So it was really dirty when we got it. We're getting it cleaned up, but everything works good. I've used it for 3 trash runs so far, three routes. So I put this box in here. This is going to be my recycling. I only have like 3 recycle bins per route. I should probably get rid of them, but we're just going to throw our recycling in that box as we drive. And no, we don't have enough cans for the extractor blade or whatever, the ejector blade to actually come all that way forward. That's not going to affect us at all. So So this was from Big Iron Auction. And so we've got this out of Colorado. We've got the Colorado squeeze system, as they call it, for the bigger dumpsters. And then I can't remember that brand, but just a basic tipper. So we've done quite a bit of cleaning so far. Try to get this thing maintained and hope that it lasts a while. So I'm being told that a 20 yard will do about 400 cans, something like that. And they were doing 800 cans a day. They were able to fit 2 runs in. I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. If I can get up to that 400 a day, that's kind of where I want to be. With one truck spread out as we are and everything, and then maybe add on. We've got 3 different days we're doing routes, so maybe add on another day or 2. We'll see how this goes. And then the problem now is I can't really, I'm going to start relying on this thing so much, which is going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting because that MaxxForce, it's completely emissions compliant. You would hope that the city's got them fairly well maintained. But it's got 10 codes on it, 2 of them active when I got it. Front tires are wore out. This thing was completely filthy. Front to back, there's a few tears and holes in the bed that I want to get fixed. So they weren't maintaining it as well as I would want to. So if this thing breaks down on me, I'm working on a backup situation, but that's what, a lot of people said, that a MaxxForce will put you out of business before you ever get started. I have a mechanic shop. We do not work on semi trucks, but we work on Power Stroke. So this is basically just a big ass Power Stroke. Yeah. So we're gonna see if I can make it like a year with this thing without it totally just screwing me over. We'll see how it goes. I didn't have much other option because, like I told people, I'll just maintenance the shit out of this, but what other option do you have? I paid $30,700 for this. What other option do you have at that price range? The other options aren't great either, so. But yeah, still working on a backup option. We were still doing a homemade trash truck. I'll get some updates on that here pretty soon. And that one should be pretty good. We were doing 160 cans a day or something with our homemade dump trailer system. So this was a little bit more efficient, but it wasn't drastically more efficient. It was a lot less physical labor is the big difference. But so our new system, we should be able to actually improve upon that quite a bit. So we're going to see if my homemade trash truck can compete with the legitimate trash truck. We'll see how that goes. Haven't warmed it up this morning yet, but it's a nice warm day outside. See if that thing will... Runs pretty rough in the cold. So air conditioning doesn't work. I'm going to get that checked out. So we've got our PTO. Not sure yet. Work lights, strobe lights, tag axle. I don't think the engine, I can't figure out if the engine PTO actually does anything. Auto neutral I've been using. Every time I stop, it puts it in a neutral. And that way I can run the PTO. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see, so we've got ejector blade. Ejector blade works good. I haven't done bigger dumpsters yet, but I'm considering it now because of this thing. So I think, let's see, yeah. Somehow they've broke this before. I can't tell if it's like it's a weird add-on. My guys went and greased it the other day, but so anyways, that just squeezes the dumpster. I'm getting a quote from Waste Quip on bigger dumpsters. And then we've got that works pretty good, but I'm having a hard time grabbing the can. So I need to modify this a little bit. Probably what I'm going to do today. And then we've got, let's see. So that works so far automatically. Kicks itself off. Kicks itself off. We have a throttle button right here. That one I'm having a hard time with. It doesn't like to stay. But it revs up the engine itself. So that one picks up the RPM. That one does not, even though it needs to. So I need to figure out how those work. I'm not quite sure how that's doing that. So PTO, that works. Driver signal, that works. And I won't lift it up right now because we've got trash in there, but so everything works on it. It's not too bad. Like I said, we've done 3 days with it, and it went pretty decent. We're happy with it so far. We'll see if so hydraulic fluid was full and clean, so that's a good sign. It looked like things were leaking when I first got it, but I don't physically see any leaks just yet. After I pressure washed everything, so nothing major. But we'll see after the hydraulic fluid gets hot. Cylinders were wet, but I'm not seeing anything on them now. Like I said, they cleaned up really well. I've used it a little bit and I don't see any visual leaks, so at least that's a good start. They don't look nicked. They don't look like anything's bad on there. So the city's excellent work here. There is a little bit of a leak on the tipper for the dumpster down here, which isn't a big deal. We don't need that little one down there. We're not using that, so I can actually just take that off and fix that. I might take that whole system off and kind of fix a lot of it because there's cracks and stuff in there, but we'll see how that all goes. I've looked over the engine. The engine seems pretty decent. We'll see what these two codes are. It's a little bit low on power, but hopefully that's just a mass airflow sensor problem or something like that. But stuff I'm just gonna have to work through. No boost gauge, no EGT gauge. Stuff I like to have on my other, like my Ford work trucks, my normal vehicles that we use. So probably stuff I'm going to transfer over to the semi-truck world for diagnostic stuff. But yeah, it's super. It's pretty clean. It cleaned up really well. I mean, for a trash truck that, you know, has been used by the city for 3 years, it's a super clean truck. I mean, it's almost spotless now that it's cleaned up. So anyways, we've got pretty much everything greased. I need to go back over and check that they didn't miss anything. I know we got to grease the chassis. But yeah, so my plan is I ordered another 100 cans the other day. So we're at 400 now. That'll take us to 500. And like I said, I'm cash flowing this business. It took me a year to get this done, and I have payments on it now, which are quite high, super high payments. Insurance was $750 a month, and my payment on this truck is $2,000 a month. And then we might have some extra added fuel cost above what we were doing. So we're probably about $3,000 a month, which is about 100 cans for me. Maybe a little bit more profit wise, but yeah, so I'm gonna pump out another 100 cans and hope that helps us maintain what money we've been making now. And I'm gonna try to figure out how to pump out 200, 300, 400 cans more this year, which is easier said than done. It's one thing. Like I said, I'm super broke. We started this money with we started this business with like $500, and we're 400 cans in a truck into it. But it's very, very hard to grow it without being able to get financed with anything. So I filed bankruptcy a while back, and financing, nobody's going to touch me for years and years and years. So I'm trying to grow this business by cash flowing it, which might have some benefits, but I guarantee you it's got a lot of drawbacks. It's very, very hard to do this without having money in hand. So, but yeah, hopefully this truck takes us to the next level. I'm hoping this helps us out, and then stay tuned. I'm still building the other homemade trash truck. I haven't showed any videos on that yet, but it's coming. So I came up with a pretty neat, I think we'll do 80 to 100 cans. Automatic load, and so it'll load the cans for me, and empty the cans for me. Empty the trash for me, I guess I should say. So that's going to be our backup, and we'll have a few different forms of backup, but I only have a few $1,000s. I'm going to be less than $5,000 into that whole other trash truck situation. Stay tuned. I think I'm the only one that's ever tried this, I guess, at least in the last decade, because people just buy stuff these days. But and that one will be really easy to maintenance. That one will be reliable. Other than that, worst case scenario, I got a nice Loadmaster. I keep wanting to say Lodestar. I think that's a tire. I think that's where I'm getting that from, is trailer tires. Anyways, Loadmaster bed. I got a 20-yard Loadmaster bed. Worst case scenario, we transfer it over to a better truck in the future. But in the meantime, I need this truck to help me grow. So thanks for everyone who's been watching and following along. I'll give you some more trash updates once summer hits and we're not just freaking miserable all day long in the cold weather. It snowed yesterday in April, but it's already gone by now. So I had a customer show up. Anyways, all right. Well, like and subscribe, follow along. Let's see how this goes. So we are 13 months into this. Like I said, I've started out with about $500 into this business. So far, we've made it to a trash truck, 400 cans, 2 full-time employees, and yeah, see how far we can push it this year. It was all an experiment last year. I don't know what my thought process was last year when I started this, how far I thought I was going to be, but we're on schedule. I actually didn't plan on buying a trash truck until the end of this year, but this opportunity popped up, this auction popped up, and being yellow, my trash cans are yellow, my business colors are yellow, yeah, it was like a godsend. It just happened to work out. The price was right. The deal was right. It was only hour and a half from here, so I got to drive it back. I didn't have to haul it like other companies would have had to. And yeah, everything worked out. So I think this thing can bring me a lot more customers. That's not my problem right now. I don't have a hard time getting customers. I think people will take me more legitimately, and they'll see the yellow and they'll start to recognize us and everything. But that's not my problem. My problem is getting more done per day. That's what we've been working on. And then even if I want to get more customers, especially right now, I don't have the money for cans. So we got to figure out how to do everything at once, I guess. Pump out cans and get more done and be more efficient and everything all at once. Everything all the time. So, but follow along. Let's see how I do with this. Also, I'd like to add, I have never rented a trash can. I've never been in the trash business. I've never been next to a trash truck. I've never seen a trash truck. Well, I've never been up close to one. I've never used one. I know when I started this, I knew nothing about the trash business. We did get licensed and all that stuff. We have all our certifications to do it legally. But obviously that's not the hard part. So we've just been developing the skill. That's the other part. I don't know how to use these trucks. I'm figuring it out as I go. But if you watch my channel, we kind of know what we got common sense, I guess. So we do a lot of stuff. But, all right, I'm done rambling. Like and subscribe, follow along. We'll see you on the next video.